Hey, hey. Here I am. Here I am. I think I'm balanced. I tried a lot to balance the whole shit. Maybe the mic is too close. But I'll just keep going, You never know. So I'll just keep going. So, it's been 5 days since I last recorded my other video. I'll just move a bit to ensure I'm well stationed. Then I feel like my mic is good. So, it took me forever to have this setup. And it's a setup someone shouldn't really take long to do, but it took me a while to do it. So, what's up? Wait a minute. What's up? Okay, so here I am. This is my third video. Trying to get my life together. I lost my job the other day, and it's not pretty. But what will you do other than make life move forward? And that's what I'm actually doing. So, someone gotta do what they gotta do. So here I am doing what I should do. I don't know. So from my last video, my second video actually, I wrote down some things that I should be doing, and I told myself I'll be going through them over time. Then once I have a good hint of what I should be doing, then that's what I'll be doing in each and every video. So here's what I've found out. I don't have an intro towards my YouTube. Like I'm essentially recording this for my YouTube channel, and I don't have any video recorded for my YouTube. So sorry, I don't have any intro for my YouTube, so I feel like I might like have one. I don't know what I'll be saying or how I'll be saying it, but I feel like I should be having one intro and outro for my videos. So I have a paper that I can go through to help me navigate all around this shit. I won't be the best at it, but I'll be someone who's doing something at least. So you see this, it's not very clear. Not very clear. The handwriting is my handwriting. I'm the one who can like read my own handwriting, so it's terrible, but it is what it is. So I'll just do what I gotta do, bro. Do what I gotta do. So I'll try to go through these. I won't go through like I don't have it in order. I don't have it straightforward. I just wrote some things. Then I told myself I'll go through it before recording the video, or like in preparation for this video. But I haven't done that. And what's coming in my mind right now, if I wait myself to record, if I wait for myself to figure it out, then record the video, I'll take forever before I ever record it. So I told myself I'll just do it anyways. So here's me doing it anyways. So I have a quote that is supporting these. I don't know the name of the quote or how the quote goes. Let me try to retrieve it. I'll probably butcher it a lot, but I'll just do it. Yeah, it goes. It says, "Make your first step a small step." I don't know if it makes sense. Make your first step a small step, such that you don't, in terms of explanation, such that you don't struggle before you initiate your first piece of the process. So that's like the whole point. So what I was doing or how this one hit me is, if I take my time to try and make the first step, I'll take forever before making the first step. But if I just make the thing or make the process, I'll end up doing the thing. So that's what I'm doing. I'm actually doing something. Like, it's not the best. I know it's not the best. I don't want it to be the best, because if I want it to be the best, I'll take forever without ever doing something constructive with it. So I just don't want it to be the best. I don't know. Will I say it's intentionally or not? I don't know what to say, but yeah, that's it. So here I am. So part of the things that I wrote, I'll just go through them as I said. Go through them, then underline or try to define what I'll be doing or how I'll be doing it, or whatever thing is inside this piece of paper. This is actually a sticky note, so that's what I'll be doing. So I wrote myself where I am. Like, this is probably a brief history of who I am and how I ended up where I ended up. So if you can notice, I have my previous videos, they were in different environments, and this very video is also in a different environment. So life has been going south. Uh, I don't know. I have a really long story. I'll really shorten it. So here's the thing. I have been working as a software developer for the last 2 years now. It's from 2024 October. That's when I began doing my software development role. 2024 October. So it's 2026. Today's date. Where will I find the date? Hold on a minute. So this is my laptop. I'll just have it in my. Yeah, today's actually 7th July. So I'll just show that such that it becomes evident. You can see that. Mm, so one thing I've noticed is my camera it seems to have like the mirror effect where you have to the mirror effect. I'll leave it at that. Yeah. So my previous two videos I've recorded them in different environments. Reason being I lost my job. I didn't lose my job like really. Uh, what would I say? I didn't lose my job as as in my fault. I lost my job because we ain't being paid anymore. To some extent, I should own that shit. I should have done some things better, such that even if this was to come, it's going to hit me the way it's currently hitting me. You know, but I prepared myself as I could, as much as I could, but it still hit me. So I've been surviving on my savings for the last 4 months, and it was a point where I had enough. Generally, it wasn't my day to move out of my place, but I appreciate my dad, for really doing it. I don't know. I was sick in the head to think to myself I could be there for a little more time. But he was like, okay, we've talked with mom, and here's the thing. You're supposed to, like, kind of give yourself a break from all that, whatever is happening, and try to find yourself again. So that's how I ended up with that conclusion, because I also reasoned it out myself. And so, yeah, whatever he was saying was actually fucking true. So I ended up moving out, and here I am. So, so my last pay for my previous job was, I'll say January or maybe February of 2026. So over the last couple of months, I've been saving on my savings, and I've been doing that for each and everything. So paying rent, uh, paying my bills, and all that whatnot. So it reached a point where I still have some money, yes, some cash, a little bit, but if I keep paying the rent, or if I keep paying the rent, I'll end up not having something for myself to begin with. So that's how I ended up here. So my first video I recorded it on my previous residence, yeah, on my other residence. Then the second video I recorded it on my brother's place. So it's in Gong. So this place is like the third place I'm recording this video, and it's the third video in the whole thing. I'm recording it inside my brother's place too. So this is like another place of his, and I'm utilizing this chance to, yeah, record the video. So this is Vet, like this locality is Vet. It's in Ngong, in Kajiado. I don't know. Maybe it will make sense in the next 5-10 years, and maybe not now. So here we are. So how did I end up here? I answered that question with that. Yeah. So The other thing is, I'm trying to analyze everything, so I'll take a minute. How I ended up here, where I am, and how I ended up here. I think that's what I explained. I don't think I pretty sure that's what I explained. If none of it is making sense, you can tell me it's not making sense, and I'll try to do the thing. So the next thing over here is my way out. So what plans do I have to get out of this mess? As a 26-year-old, 25-year-old with technically a job and not really skill or any life to live myself. How will I get out of it? That's actually a really good thing. It's a really good question, and the answer will come from where I want to be. So once I know where I want to be, then I can figure a way out from that. Yeah. So where do I wanna be? Um, I'm currently 20, 25. My brother, my cousin, who's like having a roof over my head currently, he's 35, and he has a lot of successful things he's done for his personal, like, dreams. He's achieved most of his dreams, and they're really, like, motivating, inspiring. So that if you try to look maybe the last, say, 10, 15, 20 years, he had a dream, but I don't think he knew he'd achieve it. He's just a regular guy like any other person anywhere in the world. And not everyone, or not most people, make it the level he made it, coming from the ground up. Like, barely, I'll say a humble background. I don't know what humble tends to infer in this case, like what humble infers, but in this case, I'll say humble that from the ground, like, he came from a point where if you go lower, the only thing is death. Like, if you lose anything, it might be only your health. That's like the only thing you can lose at that point. So that's where I come from, and that's where I'm actually coming from. And to get to this level that he has gotten is unbelievable. And that's also the same thing I want, something unbelievable for myself, such that if I sit down with, if I sit down watching this the next 5, the next 10, the next 15, or the next 20 years, I want this to be unbelievable moment where I had this dream and I lived it. I actually never let it just be a dream, but instead I did everything I could to ensure it was a dream. That's what I want. So that's where I want to be. So in terms of different personal things, right? Like individual dream, personal dream, Jarvis dream, like my dream is I want to have a personal brand, talking about my life, talking about my business, talking about what I'm going through every single day or every other time in my life, and have it inspire some people, have it be a story on the internet that someone can look at and believe in, the same way I look at and believe in my dreams from my brother. So I don't know. Not everyone has someone to look up to, close to them, and really help them to achieve a dream they want to achieve in their life. Most people will say they have a dream, but then lose a dream because there's no one to push them, there's no one to support them, there's no one to look up to, there's no one they can relate with, there's no one they can't really talk to. Like, I'm privileged to have someone who I can talk to about anything in terms of health, in terms of wealth, in terms of relationship, in terms of family, in terms of education, in terms of just name it. That dream that you have, I have someone who I can talk with. So that's like a privilege not everyone does get. And what I want to offer is a channel that if you open and scroll down to the very first videos, you can find inspiration from that. That's who I wanna be. I wanna be that brand. That brand that comes from the bottom. Here's what I'll say. You see all these where I am currently, it's my brother's place. It's not mine. I have nothing over here. What I can call mine is just, see, this laptop that I bought for myself last year for my birthday. This is the only thing I own. And the smartphone recording this very video. So that's what I like. I can say I own. Other than that, I only have some fair. How much is that? 20,000 Kenyan shillings in 2026. So that's like my saving over the last 2 years. You know, that's like that's like the only thing I have over here that's attached to my name. So don't look at this environment and feel like I don't have, like, and feel like I am better than you, or I am privileged than you. I can say that only in terms of the environment. But if you give someone the same environment, not everyone will utilize it, not everyone will maximize, not everyone will want to achieve the dream from it, not everyone can achieve the dream from it. So I'm saying this to kind of motivate anyone. If you're kind of watching this, I don't know how many people watch it or how they'll watch it, whatever, when they'll watch it, who knows? Maybe they'll watch it if I'm successful. Keep telling myself that. Yeah. Yeah, so here's the thing. I'm not coming from that rich background or that wealthy background now. So this is just an environment. The only thing I do have, Jesus Christ, I have my legs numb. I guess it's from my weight, my body weight. I was kind of sitting on them. So my body weight was not evenly distributed and I was feeling that kind of numbness, but it's not good. So I was saying, don't look at this environment and feel like I'm way ahead of you. No, no, no. Whoever you are, you're either a boy, a girl. You're watching this 10 years from now. You're watching this right after I upload it. Don't don't feel demotivated in any way. This is me. I'm Jarvis. Okay, what I can say I have as like a privilege which not everyone has is have both their parents alive and have a very close family in terms of in terms of those I can really rely on and count on when it comes to advice. That's like the people I have closest to me. So that's like a privilege I have. But other than that, I don't have money, I don't have connections, I don't have network, I don't have skills, I don't have good life, I don't have any of that. What I know I do have is good health, that's for sure. I really thank God for that. I have good health, and then I have a dream that I want to achieve. That's what I do have. those two things. I have good health that I really pray to God for more life, and I appreciate for the gift of life He has given me, and then the good health I have. Not most people get this, but I do get. I have it, so I'll appreciate God for that. So I do have good health, and then I do have dreams that I want to achieve. So, like, the only downside to this, by the way, my current life, the only downside that I have, such that if life goes south from here, I'll just be home, like literally home. I won't be losing anything. What I can lose is just going home, literally going home. I won't be losing any kind of cash. I won't be losing. I don't know if you get the point. You know, there are some people in life who are, say, here. If they lose something, they'll be here. They lose more. The more they lose, the more it goes down. But for me, I'll say I'm at this level. The only way I lose everything is if I touch the ground. Like that space. That's the only space I have. So I'm this point. This is like the downside I have in my life. There are some people who are here. If they lose this, they lose this. You see? Like there's more room for them to go down and down and down and down. But for me, I'm already here. The only thing that happens, if I fall, I just fall on the ground. Then I don't know how I'll do, but I tend to believe I'll gather the courage to wake up and do it again. Chase my dream again. Really go for that life that I want again. That's like what I'll do. Yeah, so that's what I'll say. I don't know if I discussed all my points. I have more points, but the video is getting pretty longer. So I'll just go with those 2 points: who I am, how I ended up here, and where I want to be. So perhaps in my next video, I might record the next video like right away, then I'll upload it later, or something kind of similar. Because I feel like I have it in my head, but if I put it in this very video, the video will be too long for anyone or everyone to digest. So I'll try to perhaps maybe make it shorter, so that you're kind of motivated to watch this because it won't be that long. Yeah, but here's the thing: if there's one thing you should pick from this, is no, not one thing. I have several things you can pick from this video. So I'll just let you decide what to pick, but I'll just try to go through them according to how I have them in my head. One, if you have the gift of life and a dream you want to live, that's more than enough. You need. The only other thing you will need, other than those two, is the willingness to suck at it until you get good at it, until you live your dream. That's the only thing. One, you have good health. So really appreciate God for that. That's something I'm appreciating God for that. But not everyone does it. I mean, get good health or have good health. So that's one. The second thing is I have dreams. I want one day to travel the world. I want one day to. No, I think I should break down my dreams and how I want to achieve it in the next video, such that I don't make this video too long, too repetitive. That's what I'm doing in the next minute or two. Yeah, I don't have much to say, but Appreciate the gift of life you have. Write down your dream. Then in my next video, perhaps I'll break down how I want to achieve my dream. I'll mention my dream and how I want to achieve my dream. And luckily for you, you'll be able to do that. Have the dream and break down how you want to achieve the dream. So that's my next video. Have a dream and break the dream. Stay tuned for that. Peace. Come on, I can't really break it.